back to my vlog. I just got back from San Diego, from Comic-Con. I was there for 4 days, or 3 days, I don't remember even. It was, yes, I know. It was a really exhausting trip. There's just so much going on there, and it takes forever to get around because there's lines everywhere. You won't believe how many hours people stand in line to just like watch a new trailer or see a panel of discussion for a new movie or TV show coming out. I'm just so impressed by these people, and some of them dress up in amazing costumes. I did a little video that I posted a few days ago that you can see, where you can see some of the people that dressed up and what was the most painful thing about their costume, which I think that's pretty interesting because they must be suffering a lot wearing those costumes. So one of the really interesting things for me, I thought, from Comic-Con was something that Will Smith said. There was like a press conference where he was talking about the new movie he made for Netflix called Bright. It's coming out in December. I mean, it's not the movie that I was so interested in, but something that he said that I thought was like, wow, I never thought about it that way.
In terms of movie stardom, it's a huge difference. It's like you almost can't make new movie stars anymore, right? It's like because there's a certain amount of privacy, and there was a certain amount of distance that you had from the audience. In the shift into this new world, it's almost like a friendship, like with the fans. The relationship is, you know, less like the time of Madonna, Michael Jackson, you know, when you could make, you know, the Tom Cruise, these gigantic figures, because you can't create that anymore. The shift is to we're best friends.
I also met with the cast of Kingsman, and that was kind of weird. When you're meeting someone quite a few months before the premiere date, they call it a long lead press day, and that's what happened in with Kingsman. So we weren't really allowed to talk about the movie, and then they said don't ask any personal questions. So we were like, oh my god, what are we going to talk about? So it was kind of like this weird kind of setting. I don't know what to take from that. Anyways, the movie looks amazing. I'm very excited to see it. This morning, I already did a junket here in LA for a movie called Wind River, which I really recommend to watch. It's one of my favorite this year, I think. It's with Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. I just met them here in LA at the Four Seasons, and it was such a quick interview. It was like in and out in like an hour. It was no waiting around. I love those junkets. The movie is kind of gritty and dark and very real, and I don't know, it has this special vibe to it. It's very intense. So I don't know, people might not like it, but for me it was, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm from Norway and I have seen and I've experienced really cold weather that I could kind of like relate to these characters. But okay, I had to move inside. They were so noisy outside. I don't know if you heard it, but they started building next door again, and it's so freaking noisy. Jeremy Renner had the cutest laugh ever. I don't know if he laughed that much today, but last time I met him, I made a little Jeremy Renner giggle reel because I think he laughs. It's so cute. Thank you so much. Since last time we saw both of them was in Avengers, and I just came back from Comic-Con, I kind of felt like I had to ask them about superheroes. So I asked them why they think people are so into superheroes. I'm just trying to figure out why people want to see the same stories over and over again. It's because I don't get it. Why do you think that people are so obsessed with superheroes these days?
Oh, you ask people.
Well, I think the movies themselves are fun, and
yeah.
The characters, if you get a good one, the characters are exciting because you watch someone overcome something and then they become a hero. And they might have something odd or strange about them or something that makes them different. and they use that to their benefit. And I think a lot of people can connect with that on a much, even if they're not even aware of that's why they're connecting to it. I think that's the thing about superheroes. You know, so there are certain superheroes that maybe are a little bit flashier than others, but a lot of them deal with, like Deadpool, it's like this like burned victim basically, and he deals with, and he becomes like this really funny hero guy, and people love that.
It's a big contrast to this movie.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I feel like every second movie coming out right now is about superheroes, and I just feel it's kind of the same stories over and over again, with some cool special effects, of course, and all that stuff. But when I came back from Comic-Con, I was like, wow, there is a whole world out there that are obsessed with these type of characters. They kind of live their life through these characters, which I'm not sure if I think it's scary or amazing, but let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you guys about that. I got a question from some of you guys. I think I've answered this before, but someone said, how do you get to interview movie stars or celebrities and so on? And I said this before in another vlog, but I'll say it again. Start off as a journalist, that's a good starting point, and then you have to start working for a bigger publication, either maybe a movie site or like a TV show, or, you know, for me it was kind of a random thing that I ended up doing this. I was a journalist first, and I wrote stories for all the big newspapers in Norway. I moved to New York, I was freelancing, and then I just ended up getting a few junkets, as they call them, where I was interviewing stars when they're promoting their movies. So the thing is, they always have to promote something to kind of like give you an interview, because they don't want to just sit down and talk unless they have something they want to tell you about that they're selling. So I hope that answered your question. I am watching Annabelle 2 this weekend, and I am terrified. I don't know what to do, how many glasses of wine I should drink before I watch that movie. It looks so freaking scary. But I have to watch it because I'm doing the interviews this weekend. So if you have any tips on how to survive a horror movie without getting a heart attack, I would love to hear that. Yeah, other than that, I hope you guys are well and you're having a great summer so far, and I see you soon. Bye.
It's the doll. The devil. Annabelle.